Folks, welcome back to So Bad It's Good. Today, this has been a long time coming because I have talked to her lesser half so many times on this show. The lesser half, of course, I'm talking about Courtney from Two Judgy Girls. But today, I feel like we have the brains of the whole operation. Finally, it's taken her years to get here because I think we just kind of built up a trust over years. And finally, she is here to reclaim the best Judgy girl of all time. I got to hang out with her at BravoCon. Two Judgy Girls now is putting out podcasts, I think 5 days a week. They just started a Patreon. They are making such a huge push. I feel like they are legends in this field. So I'm so thankful and happy to have Mary with us today. Mary, hi. How are you?
Ryan, that was quite the opener. Inflate my ego a little bit. My God.
Listen, I'm just so thrilled to not have Courtney with us. I really feel she drags the whole thing down, right?
That is the heart of Two Judgy Girls, Courtney Frayed. I'll tell you that much. And it's the brains, I'll tell you that much.
Courtney knows I'm joking. Courtney knows I'm joking. But I just got to hang out with you guys at BravoCon for a bunch, and I still don't think I've properly processed anything that happened. It really does feel like a fever dream. That whole experience. What was that experience like for you? Because this was your second BravoCon.
Yes. And so I went last year or 2 years ago to the Vegas one.
Yeah.
And me and Ronnie basically got tickets last minute, and I went for 24 hours because I DM'd Andy Cohen and asked to go to Watch What Happens Live, and they actually gave me tickets. That was on a Friday night, and the show was the next day. So I took a plane the next day to Vegas, and I saw you there.
Yeah.
But it was just a whirlwind for 24 hours, and I had no commitments. This one felt so different. We were so booked and busy. I mean, we were going to everything with you. I had such a blast hanging out with you.
That Thursday night, because we went to the Threads party, to the Bravo Creators party, to Margaret Joseph's party, and it really, I think my brain checked out around the Bravo Creators party. I was in a conversation. I think you were there. I was in a conversation with Kyle and Schwartz, and I was like,
yep.
what is happening here?
And then I offered Schwartz some of my espresso martini, and then and he had some because I offered it because he's like, that looks good. I was like, yeah, what, do you want to have some? And then I was like, why did I just do that? That was so weird. And then I got in my head, I'm like, wait, where has his mouth been? I shouldn't be drinking this drink anymore. But we had such a silly night. And then Margaret Joseph's party was freaking insane. Everyone was there.
That was crazy too.
The fact that we were there was just...
I know it was. Well, then you just found yourself in weird conversations. I think you guys were there, but I was all of a sudden I'm in a conversation with Aaron's husband from Roni, with Abe.
That was at the end of the night.
And Seth Marks. And I'm just Abe is talking about how I really need to do ayahuasca. It's really going to change your life. And I'm just yeah, man, I think it is going to change my life. If he had ayahuasca right then, I'd be let's do it. We should do ayahuasca.
It was a yes moment. Yeah. But also your life is going to change in March.
Yes.
What's the date?
Because Salt Lake City's coming back in March. No, the baby's coming in March. Yeah. No, yes, the baby. It's the end. Well, the official due date is April 3rd, but they'll induce. Well, I don't know if I'm allowed to. But they're going to induce earlier than that. But what is that like? Give me advice for what I'm in what's in store.
Well, I was asking. I was so I was a little bit late, 5 minutes, and I kept on changing the time on him because it has to do with my childcare. I will say your best excuse is your baby. So
yeah,
you can get out of a lot of things now because of the baby. But I mean, yeah, it's just a lot more organizing and planning, time wise to because I was are you going to have a nanny or a helper?
No, not immediately. Not immediately. Right. And so I don't know. I mean, really, I don't know how this is all going to work. It should be really interesting. But I think the good thing about working from home is I do so much solo that I can just hit pause and then come back to it later, I'm thinking. I know that's going to be screwed up.
Any time off? Will you take any time off?
Yeah, I'm gonna bank episodes, I believe, but so unfortunately, it won't be current recaps or things like that. So
I'm
just taking a year or two, and that's all it's gonna be. Yes. I'll
No,
see you guys when this kid hits preschool.
Right. No, we did Flashback Fridays, and so we did like 8 episodes that I was coming on weekly, and I took 6 weeks off. But yeah, the babies do sleep a lot in the beginning. What is
Wait, so are you already at the sleep training phase?
You know, so everyone says they love a routine, they love a schedule.
Yeah.
My baby never got on a schedule, and I'm just kind of riding with that now. I because what happens is you start chasing naps, as I call it. Like you're
Yeah.
like, well, they're supposed to go down for the nap, then they don't want to go down for the nap. And
Yeah.
after I try for 10 minutes, then I stop because I'm just chasing a nap. And then all of a sudden you get to this point where you're like, well, I've been chasing a nap for an hour. Now he has to eat again. Like it just becomes this weird thing. So now I just I leave it up in the air. Like,
Yeah.
but
Leave it to
I have
God,
a helper.
Yeah. Are you talking about your husband?
No,
I have a helper.
she goes by Grandma Anna.
Okay.
Yes, but she's not really the grandma.
Well, I mean, your life is so different, obviously, with the child and like doing this full time with Two Judgy Girls. Is it because I find myself even without a child, sometimes like last night, it was like midnight and I'm solo podcasting about Salt Lake City. And I always get this point where I'm exhausted and my voice hurts and I'm like, what am I even doing? Like, what am I doing? And I do this like you guys now, like 7 days a week. Do you ever get like just completely overloaded with Bravo in your head?
Will like also because of like pregnancy, like your anxiety is pretty high, like your hormones are so out of whack. So like I'm basically a crazy person now. And Courtney's just dealing with that. But yeah, it's just a journey, you figure it out. But there's so much content now. So we have Potomac, then we have Salt Lake City, the new VPR. I want to talk to you about the new VPR. I'm obsessed. We have Beverly Hills.
Below Deck. Beverly Hills starts tonight. Mm-hmm. And then they're adding like new programming like Reality Hot Seat where like Heather Gay and Justin Sylvester are talking about football games on Sunday.
And Wes is going to be on the sideline. And I think they're doing it on the first game is going to be the Kansas City game, which I've just been so disappointed we haven't seen Taylor. Like for security reasons, I think.
Well, yeah, I read that like they won't show her on the Jumbotron for security. And I was just like, that's really interesting because I was tuning into Chiefs games just to catch a glimpse of Taylor at a certain point.
As was I. But December 12th is her 6-part docuseries, which I will definitely be watching.
Yeah, no, I'm so excited for the docuseries. And isn't it weird after Life of a Showgirl? It was such like Taylor Swift mania and it was like just everywhere. And then she kind of just disappeared. And I was like, is everything okay? Like, did we scare her because the feedback was like kind of up and down? And then I'm like, no, maybe she's just biding her time until the eras. And then it's going to be another big wave of Taylor.
So I created a scenario in my head that she was pregnant. And that's why she was, taking a step back. She was.
Wait, do you think she's possibly given birth in this last 4-week period?
Maybe. Like I create so many scenarios in my head with them. But when do you think the wedding will be?
Well, I got to save the date and it's like for 2020 into 2026 right now. No, I think they're probably, I think it's going to be like a month after the NFL season ends.
Definitely out of season. Do you think it's going to be in the United States?
No. I think it'll be overseas, like somewhere where Travis snuck away to go to the Eras tour, and they had like in my head they had a magical night there, and it's always going to be their place. And so I'm picturing like an Italian getaway, or and I think they're also going to do like a whole White Lotus season based around Taylor's wedding. Like everybody's there for like a celebrity wedding,
Sure.
And they never say Taylor, but it's Taylor.
Right. Yeah, because I feel like I also feel like she told the NFL, like, don't pan to me anymore because I'm not getting paid.
Oh, but I also like your other thought. Don't pan to me because I'm 8 months pregnant.
Could be.
I'm also not out there on tour dancing around because of the baby. Like I like that theory so much. It would be amazing.
Thank you.
Okay, so aside from Bravo, though, where do your tastes lie? Because you like Taylor Swift. Do you watch any other television, or you? Because we really are overloaded with Bravo. When I sit down, like I watched the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives reunion last night, and did you watch that?
I didn't watch the reunion, but I watched the entire season.
I love the season, but Mary, just like go in with really low expectations because Stassi does good, better than, I think like Nick Viall, if they could split the difference, he was so serious. And then this is like goofy where they have like a Dunkin' Donuts spokesperson out on the stage with them. And Stassi will be like, time for a Dunkin' refresher. And I'm like, these girls are talking about traumatic experiences, right, about like really traumatic experiences. And they'll be like, time for a donut. And then they ask all the ladies to get off stage so dad talk can come on. And I think they are wildly overestimating how much we care about dad talk and Vanderpump Villa.
Okay. Because, I didn't even think about the Vanderpump Villa of it all.
Yeah, the Marciano, obviously they keep bringing that up, but it was weirdly disappointing.
Do you watch Vanderpump Villa?
Yeah, I'm straight trash. Of course I do.
So I've dabbled in Vanderpump Villa, but I haven't fully dove in. Maybe I need to.
No, you know what? I have a feeling this third season, which they already shot, you can dive right in and you're not going to miss a beat. If anything, I would say check out the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives episode from the second season, because that's when the Marciano stuff. But as you get further into your Bravo work, I hate conspiracy theories, but at the same time, as I get further into this, I've found myself getting more conspiratorial with everything where I'm like, come on, did anybody mess around with Marciano, or is this just a way to secretly promote Vanderpump Villa?
Oh, I did not think about that angle at all.
Because you're normal, probably, yeah.
But the thing is, like, we're fighting over Marciano. If you look at him in real time, he did that Instagram video, the filler, the Botox, he looks like a different human now. It's just like sad how LA can change people. And does he even live in LA? Doesn't he even live in Vegas?
He lives in Vegas. In fact, I saw him at the Four Seasons on Friday night after the Bravo Awards. And he was like, I thought I was at like the Bravo party or whatever, and it turned out it was just the lobby bar. And Marciano was there, and he was like freshly Botox, and he looked jacked and tanned. And I was like, "Hey, man, you're all over that third season." He's like, "I know, right?" And I was like, "Why are?" I was kind of like, "Why are you here?"
Right? Yeah. I mean, he clearly paid for himself to go.
I mean, I guess it's smart in a sense of like showing your face. And then also the Sheena of it all, of like Jesse was with Sheena and Marciano. Like that's how this all started with Marciano, was because Sheena's friends with Marciano and then friends with Jesse.
It's just wild that we're fighting over Marciano. And also, I feel bad for Jesse. I think it was a cry for help. And her husband is not kind, not nice, degraded her, made her feel little. And she did this out of,
Yeah.
Like,
no, I love Jesse.
It was a cry for help.
And the way he speaks to her, and the way most of the men on this show speak to their ladies.
Who are the breadwinners.
They're making more money than these men will ever see in their lives, and that's why I want to squash dad talk. Like I just feel like we don't need dad talk.
It's not a thing.
But they're really,
they're trying to make it a thing.
Yes, I swear to God, I have a feeling they're going to do a dad talk season, like a spinoff.
No, I'm not watching.
Do you watch any scripted shows?
Like. Right now, my big commitment was the Mormon Wives because there's so much Bravo right now. Yeah. But I do love like murder and docuseries like that and like Dateline. Yeah. But to be honest, I haven't had much time for that lately.
Yeah, no, totally. I have a list of shows that I'm like, I'll catch up with that like near death.
Have you seen All Her Fault? I want to watch that.
We're on the third episode. It might be a little triggering because it involves like a child being kidnapped.
My husband, so I'm like, I want to watch this. And then we started watching and my husband said, I don't want to watch it. I was like, well, I'll watch it without you then.
That's the worst. That's the worst when you're watching something and then you just realize your partner's not into it at all. And you're like, great, now I got to stay up later to watch this show that I was like, if I can get her to sign off, it's like home free.
I will wake up on a Saturday morning and I want to watch Dateline or 2020 from the night before. And my husband's like, this is disgusting. Why would you wake up and watch murder? What is wrong with you? You're sick. I'm like, I grew up on this. I was like, I watched it with Barbara Walters in the 90s with my mother.
I get idiotic where I'm like, I'll only watch 2-hour Datelines because I'm like, if it's an hour, why am I even bothering?
Right.
I need I need a real juicy story here.
I need it to go deep. I need the backstory. I agree with you. I'm like,
when you
why
have
is this favorite 6 parts?
Yeah, I know. It's like you barely scratched the surface of this. Come on.
Totally.
Okay, so real quick though, just to remind people, you and Courtney met in college, right?
Yeah, so we went to San Diego State together and we were Delta Gammas. Courtney is the pledge class above me, but I'm actually older than Courtney. So I'm a November baby. Courtney skipped a grade. She's Cinco de Mayo is her birthday. So she's actually younger than me, but in like the way we were in school, she's a year older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, and don't tell her I said this, but I think you also look younger than her.
I've been telling people I'm a teen mom. I literally, I just turned 40. I feel like a teen mom though. I'm like, I can't believe I'm allowed to have one of these.
Wouldn't that be great?
Able to have one, you know?
Wouldn't that be great if you go into MTV and you're like, I'm pitching teen mom. I'm the mom. I'm obviously a teen.
I feel like that. I really do. Yeah.
That's what when Teen Mom, when like that took off like a rocket ship and I was watching like the OG Teen Mom, I got really scared because I was like, you're literally going to make people like kids like go, well, I'm going to have a kid, but at least I can be on TV.
I saw this thing about how teen pregnancy is like way, way down and like the most like over 40 people ever having babies. And it's like because we were scarred by Teen Mom. Do you know what I mean? Like I was the generation that watched Teen Mom. So I waited till 40 because I was so scared to get pregnant because of Teen Mom.
They're selling condoms with Farrah Abraham's face on it.
Her daughter is like goth now.
Really? And she's got piercings everywhere. And Farrah seems to be, in support of it. But,
yeah,
it's like you always wonder as we get older and you're like, oh my God, I've been with these people for 2 decades. You're like, how does this story end? Like, I don't even care about my own story.
Bentley is 16. Macy started the show when she was 16. Bentley is 16 now. It's so
And did you ever think that Gary would wind up the hero with the Gary and Amber?
You're right. Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Okay, so you obviously shared your love for Bravo in college, and so nothing could prepare you that you would still probably be friends with Courtney at this point, let alone
Courtney and I have been friends
business
for 20 years. Basically, in 2017, she was like, we should start a podcast. I was like, who would listen to that? Like, absolutely not. And she asked me a couple times and she had run a Bachelor like fantasy league. So we first started it out watching The Bachelor and then we started slowly talking about Bravo and people just like loved it. And I will just say it was like great timing for us because there wasn't a lot of Bravo podcasts at that point.
Yeah.
We started at the same time as Danny Pellegrino. I'll never forget. We all started. We didn't know how to use tech. We like went to Toca Madera. What is that? Toca Madera. And we met Danny and we were all just like, God, our tech is so bad. Like the microphones don't work, our internet. And like we all were just trying to figure it out. And we figured it out,
Yeah,
and I will say the only thing about podcasting is you have to be consistent and we've been very consistent and have been able to keep it going. So,
well, because I think I started 2 years later than you guys, but I remember you guys, did you have a Facebook group or something like that?
Yes.
Because I remember
we had to shut it down because it got so controversial.
Wait, why did you guys have to shut your down? Because I remember people telling me about Thunderdome with Bitch Sesh. What, like, was it just like people just fighting in the comments?
It just got really nasty and we couldn't control it. And there was like admin and Courtney and I were both working full time. It was just like, we can't be involved in this like Facebook mess. So we just shut it down. It got too crazy. Yeah.
I mean, it's like, how do you, well, I was like, how do you guys divvy up the work? Like, like, do you guys have hours on who answers DMs? Because I've just given up on answering DMs like years ago because I get overwhelmed.
So Courtney is our social media girl. So she literally does all the social media. She's obsessed with going through the DMs. She doesn't like to have anything unread. She's very good. I take all the notes on the TV shows that we watch. And then we have like a running doc that we have the notes on. And Courtney will edit the podcast and put it out.
The other thing you guys are really known for is March Madness, where by the way, and this is great because I really want us to sexualize men so much more than women. And did you at BravoCon, did you have Bravo celebrities angling to get on that March Madness, or just like to angle to get like better standing in March Madness?
Right. So the March Madness contest is the hottest man of Bravo for that year. Reigning champions have been, Mauricio Umansky.
Do you regret that now? Do you see Mauricio with the leather pants? And I saw a video today where he's at Art Basel and he's like dancing on a table. And I was like, oh, this is so sad.
It's so wild because like when we started this competition, we also do it. It has to be originally we did like any men of Bravo and people voted them in. But then it's morphed into just kind of this season who's been on because there's so many options. We did add Traitors people last year. That was, we debated Dancing with the Stars, but we're saying no because
that's hard. That's a real. If you open it up to Dancing with the Stars,
but literally we write down every current cast member that's on Bravo, and then we have a Google Doc, and you pick your 20 hottest men, and based on that generates the top 64. So it's like it's done like pretty professionally, if you ask me. And it's not done by us. It's the people we get. I'm talking thousands and thousands and thousands of votes. So it's for the people and done by the people. It's not me and Courtney picking who are the 64 that make it. And the way it's like seated is professional. Like, so, if you're 64, it's literally how March Madness is, like the real tournament.
But I like that you're like, it's for the people by the. This is starting to feel like Bronwyn spilled the tea party, where I'm like a declaration. What? It's the Bill of Rights. It's very.
We just provide the platform. But yeah, so Mauricio won it the first year. The second year was Beau Clark, Stassi's Beau, and she promoted him, and that's why that went really far. Then it was Luke Summerhouse.
Luke Ulbrinson, got it.
Yes. Then, and he's on Selling OC this season.
Did you see that? Like he's making out with the one girl in the
Australian
pool.
I've only watched like one or two episodes. So yeah. Okay. Then I think it was Carl. We've had Craig. I think we've had two others. Wait, Carl.
Well, because Amir from Summer House Martha's Vineyard, he went close, didn't he? Like he got close.
He's been in it, but like
But now he's off. He's off Bravo.
Yeah,
Does he still get to be included? Okay.
No. So it has to be a current. So we'll do it for 25 to 26 March. So yeah, I think it's huge. Andy Cohen's year.
You know what? Ever since and by the way, are you doing, because they're recently on Bravo, they've been doing flashbacks to previous reunions. I think they did it on Southern Charm and maybe Salt Lake City. And I keep telling the audience, it's like, I didn't think it at the time, but when they flash back, you're like, wow, he really did lose a little weight. You can really tell.
Mm-hmm. The GLP-1's working for him, the microdosing, and people are loving his long hair. So I think he's going to be kind of the man to beat. Although I'm really excited because we have Vanderpump Rules people coming in.
Well, okay. So speaking of Vanderpump Rules, we had the new season, and I've been arguing with people because we all saw it early, and I watched it, and I was like, listen, I don't hate this. It's like, I don't hate this at all. In fact, I was like, I can see where this actually could be good. And then it came out and a lot of people really liked it, but a lot of people are like, this is trash. I turned it off within 15 minutes. And I'm like, you can't, first off, if you turn off anything in 15 minutes, that's not a good represent. But it's like, at this point, we all know how reality TV works. You're not going to have one episode, like a pilot episode, usually where you're like, I am fully in. And especially when it's Vanderpump Rules. Do you agree?
Ryan, I'm fully in on Vanderpump Rules, the new class, I'm calling it. I'm obsessed. I think they did a great job with casting. It doesn't feel like they are like replacing people. I love that we have no old people, only Lisa, who's got to go. It's so
Yeah, by the way,
embarrassing.
Lisa's the one that drags the whole thing down, which she's like, you've got to represent nobody's got to represent the restaurant. The restaurant isn't doing good. Like, in fact,
No,
you should be replaced, yeah?
but I also appreciated that they addressed that. Like, these places are
$50 in
not,
tips?
like these places are not doing well. And I think they have breakout stars. That Natalie girl is a crossover of
Amazing.
Stassi and Sheena. Marcus seems like a star. Kim is like the Kristen Doty. Demi is Peter.
What do you think about Venus?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I feel like he's going to be a lot of fun to watch. I think it's great representation for the LGBTQ community. I just feel like
Mary, he's straight.
Oh.
I'm joking.
He made me nervous.
No. And by the way, I hope they do more weird things like that man with the big bushy gray mustache walking by where they shot his face. Like, I love weird little moments like that. And I was like, Absolutely. If we could lean in, because that's the representation of like when normal people like walk upon filming a reality television show, that's the reaction that you would get. And I loved it.
Courtney was saying that's Paolo.
Yeah,
the guy that they're fighting over. That's 54.
Somebody said it was Jackson old age makeup that he did for his bachelor party years ago.
No, I thought it was really fun and it felt fresh and new. And I think it was really important that they didn't include anyone from the original cast.
At first, I was like, they need to lean into nostalgia. I said that like a year ago, and then I'm like, God, thank God they didn't. And in fact, I just wish they would call it something completely different, because if you, like I said, if you called this like Fuddruckers, you would be fully in on it. Like the fact that it's called Vanderpump Rules and Lisa is there, it brings us back into all of those amazing memories we have with that show. But I said, like, pound for pound, this was a better pilot than Next Gen NYC.
I'd agree with that. I also think that we all just need to call it Vanderpump Rules, the new class, so we can differentiate for ourselves.
Yes.
And they will catch on. Bravo's listening to us right now, probably.
Yeah, Andy, by the way, yeah, way to kiss Andy's ass with that March Man. I think it's Andy's year.
I honestly think it is. And my dream is to give him like a prize as a bartender on Watch What Happens. Like,
oh my God. Isn't that for people like us, you guys, that's the dream. Like, if I could get to that bartender slot, or like a, Ryan, even just like a custodian in the clubhouse.
We're getting close. I feel like you interviewed for Peacock, Kristen.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I'm still like.
Who did you interview? Tell me again. Because Ryan would be like, I'd be like, okay, like, let's go to the next panel. And he's like, hey, I got to go interview Kristen Doty real quick. I'm like, what?
It started off with, it was Sutton Strack, Angie Katzenavas, Kristen Doty, Marisol, the TJ and Brad from Southern Hospitality, Gretchen Rossi. There was a bunch of
you
people.
Guys, but he wouldn't have no idea that he was about to go like film on camera, like these major stars. Like, I just found it so funny. He'd like run over there like with 3 minutes to spare, I feel like.
Well, yeah, because the way they did it was that you would drop into their booth. So it'd like be a crowd of people because they're there. And then the Peacock team, I would just have to wait on the sidelines, and then they're like, go, go, go. And they rushed you in. Oh. And then all of a sudden you're on live TV. So I knew that it was best not to stand around and get nervous,
Okay. Oh, that's why you sat with me.
Yeah. So I was just like looking for things to occupy my time.
That makes so much more sense.
Yeah. No. So you thought I was legitimately like, oh shit, I gotta go.
You guys, we would literally be sitting next to each other in a panel, and then he'd be like, oh, my Kristen Doty interviews right now. I'm like, what? Like, what? Like, I'm like, I would be like with my cards like frantic right now, like in the bathroom putting on lipstick and like freaking out.
Oh yeah, I don't wear lipstick, but it was so it was weird. Like, it was like the first time where I did feel calm and collected, because like normally I'm usually just a sweaty mess, and this I was like, maybe the lack of sleep actually helped me, because I was just kind of like,
legitimately didn't sleep. You were running
No.
on like 3 hours of sleep.
Oh yeah, every night. It would like even when I would get to bed earlier, I would just sit there and I would be going over the day and how insane it
Yeah.
was, right?
Yeah.
Um okay, but Andy Cohen, what I was going to say was that this audience knows is that I always like, unfortunately I'm not a gay man, but if I was a gay man, I've said this many times, I think Andy Cohen would be the one. Not that he would like want to touch me, but I'd just be like, I would just offer myself to it. Like, it'd just be like, whatever, just poke around, see if there's anything you like, like he is, for some reason, I just think he is my favorite.
I would be very curious of his dating life. Like
Oh, it's got to be insane.
but he never has like a serious relationship. In all of the years of Bravo, we really haven't seen him ever in a relationship, which is kind of crazy.
Well, and he has so many like strong friendships, from John Mayer to Anderson Cooper to
Yes.
like Amy Sedaris, where you're like, oh. And by the way, you're like, oh God, he has like this amazing group of like Sarah Jessica Parker and Matthew Broderick. Is that at this point, his life is so solidified that I would imagine it would be so hard, and especially with 2 kids, to bring somebody into that. Where I am really remember when Mama Elsa from like OG Miami like told Andy that he would never find true love.
And wow, that cuts deep.
I think that like sticks with him. Like he has to remember that every time he sees Marisol.
But maybe he feels so loved in so many different ways that he doesn't need like a partner.
Oh yeah, no, I know. I'm not. I think he's completely secure where he's at. I think he's
fulfilled.
Like very I really. And by the way, like watching the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives reunion, Stassi did fine, but it does show like this. Like Andy is really good at what he does.
That's what I heard. I heard like people are really respecting Andy. Because we got to see Nick Viall try. We got to see Stassi try. Why can't we have a shot?
Yeah. Hey, gotta go. I'm hosting the Mormon Wives reunion 2 minutes. Gotta go. Well, it is interesting.
Wait, I want to talk about Jeff Lewis.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because you're I'm recommending you guys to and it's hard because you're in San Francisco.
But I will make the flight down. I want to be a chump. Like,
yeah, I mean, if you're a listener, you're already a chump. But it's I'm going there tonight.
You're there all the time, though. You do it at least once a week.
Yeah, like once a week or like once every 2 weeks, because like they've got such a good, like a big roster now. So it's like, I mean, I never.
Wait, you feel like you're kind of the top of the roster, and
I don't think I'm at that. I think I'm easy to make fun of, and like it's good. It's good. Like
what did they call you? The pee in the pants guy?
Well, like a bedwetter.
Oh,
they call me sensitive. They call me sensitive nipples. They call me, and so like every week I'll get DMs with like, "Don't associate with Jeff Lewis. He's bringing you down." And I'm just like, I understand how you might feel that way, but it's always been extremely positive outside of the radio show.
I mean, it's my dream to get made fun of by Jeff Lewis. So
no, that's the other thing is that. He makes me laugh. Like, even when he makes fun of me, I actually get a kick out of it. I always just say it's like the people that listen to the show that then DM me, they're not nearly as funny as Jeff. So that's when it gets like weirdly like, okay, this is creepy. Like right. You have a stranger saying like, how's your nipples? Like, that's weird. Like nothing will prepare you for that. Or I have this one person, this lady that like DMs me every week, and she DMs me always like, you suck, you can't take a joke, you don't belong there. And then I'll post something like in the stories and she'll be like, oh, I love this, like just something random. And then she'll go back to like ripping on me. And like, I just don't even know how to take that stuff where I'm like, I'm not going to block this person. But at the same time, I'm like, where's this? What is happening? And by the way, it looks like she has a family. She has a picture with a family in there, like all like the whole God
and she
thing.
has like a Bible verse as well.
Yeah, the whole like the whole thing.
They always do.
I mean, it really blows me away, and like that's the part that kind of sometimes weirds me out. But other than that, it's so. I mean, yeah, like everybody asks, like. I got a lot of emails too after Jeff did that Ask Andy panel. It's like, of course I don't like that he said Monica Garcia should be, of course, like, but I mean, like, I think Jeff thought he was being funny in that moment. It wasn't funny. He realized that, but like, I
think Jeff thought Andy was on his radio show.
Yes.
And they were having that dynamic. And this was very different. It was a panel, Ask Andy anything. And he was treating it like his his
His
talk
radio
show.
show.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
that
it
was
was
the
like he was
problem.
going so hard, like making fun of Bravo in a sense, which is like usually really funny on his show. I think
Mhm.
they should like switch it where he did the Sunday panel and Andy started it with somebody else or somebody, like because the Sunday one he could have made
Maybe it will
fun of the
be
weekend.
you. Maybe it'll be
Yeah,
you.
I'm sure it'll be me. Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
You never
Um,
know.
okay, so Vanderpump Rules firing on all cylinders. I'm excited to watch the second episode. I just got the screener, so I can't wait to sit down and watch that. But I'm like, I'm excited about this. I have no problem with this at
I'll be
all.
watching the whole thing. And I will say I loved Beverly Hills. I
Okay,
thought
so
Beverly Hills was fantastic. I
So
got
you got wait, Beverly Hills, you guys, they are recapping Beverly Hills. You'll be able to hear that today. So unfortunately, I'm not going to put my recap out until next week because I have to drive 2 hours to Brea for that live show with Jeff Lewis tonight. So I'm not going to be able to recap to the standards that I require of myself. But you guys did. I have watched it. What you said you liked it. Why did you like it?
I got nostalgia. I got really like the glamour, the
Because of Rachel Zoe.
rodeo drive, like money, that kind of like Lisa Vanderpump in the sense. I almost feel like Kyle has morphed into Lisa Vanderpump a little bit.
You
Like
always become what you dislike eventually.
I kind of got that vibe, and it reminded me because they're planning Kyle's daughter's wedding, Alexia's, and it
Yeah.
reminded me of like Lisa doing Pandora's wedding.
Yes.
Um, I feel like it's going to be a good season. Rachel Zoe brings it.
Dude, Rachel
She
Zoe in the scene talking about to her son, talking about Roger, who
Mhm.
we knew from the Rachel Zoe project. But the little son, he says, he's like, I feel like a 40-year-old man, but he was like so wise. And so I'm like, I love that son. That son is a star. But also the Rachel Zoe and the Roger of it all, she kind of revealed a decent amount where I was kind of blown away.
She's like, well, you do the math. Like it sounds like I don't know if he cheated or if
It
they were
sounds like
like
there was overlapping of relationships,
it sounds like
potentially.
they were separated and he probably started dating somebody really quickly. And she's like, that came out of nowhere. I thought we were separated, like not dating other people. Um, I think it's going to be interesting watching her with like an ensemble cast because she's used to being a star. I will say she knows how to do reality TV. She was vulnerable, forthcoming, moving the story as well as Bose.
She was starting conversation. And also, what's always interesting is when somebody has a talent, it's like Rachel has a talent. So the first scene we see her in is with Kathy Hilton going over options for Kathy to wear on some vacation. And it reminds me of like Whitney Levitt from Mormon Wives. It's like we have a different respect for her now that we know that she's this amazing dancer. And so Rachel already comes in with this respect that they're already giving her. So she doesn't have to fight her way in at all. It's already given to her.
And that's a good point because like Dorit wants to be such good friends with her and Erica's legitimately scared. She says, "Hi, I'm Rachel" when she meets her because she's like nervous to meet Rachel Zoe.
No, because that's probably Erica's like fake name she opens credit cards under. Are you kidding me?
But it's fun that they like want to be friends with her,
Yes.
and they're going to have the hot girl summer. They're all single. So I'm very hopeful. I hope we don't get like, I also feel like the first episode, they were moving the Sutton storyline quick. Like, obviously Sutton was on the outs with everyone, but they're willing to like forgive her, give her a
Well,
second
did
chance
you
without
kind of also
Garcelle.
sense they're like, well, we can all chalk it up to Garcelle's horrible, and now that she's gone, we can all get along. Like they kind of had that vibe.
Yep. I totally agree with that, but I'm happy for them. It seems like everyone's like a clean slate right now. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's what he said. I said it's a slow start, but it's like okay, like it's like a stasis level. Like it's not.
Mhm.
There's nothing shocking. There's no like moment where you're like, oh my god, how did they survive this? So it's kind of like this revisiting, and we've not even met the new cast member Amanda Francis yet, who is if you read about her history, I think it's going to be really interesting to see these ladies. I was worried that the first we see Dorit, she's like walking, what is it, like with Gucci or Louis Vuitton bags, and I was like,
Hermes.
Can we afford this? Like, I feel like
She gave it to Bose for $2,000, that blanket.
she gives a $2,000 gift to Bose where I'm like, could we really be doing this? Like, let's not be dumb, right?
Right. I also love her talking shit on PK. She's like, he filed for 50% to look good in the public eye. He cannot be a 50% dad. I do everything. Um, I am excited because I think we'll get like PK and Mo. We'll get some interstitials of them.
They're the new dad. They're the Beverly Hills version of Dad Talk.
They are.
Yeah. Like,
But I
it's
love-
two hot men like me and you, Mauricio, running around getting chicks like the old days. Like, PK thinks he's potentially better looking than Mauricio, which I always love. And Mauricio, like Kyle, there's a whole scene with Kyle and the daughters. Like, they all make fun of Mauricio. Like, I feel like Mauricio's taking himself too seriously as a sex symbol because, by the way, because I kind of blame you guys with March Madness. We've gassed him up so much that he legitimately thinks he is the sexiest thing since sliced bread.
I think he was when he was married to Kyle and people were obsessed with their relationship. But now, I mean, he can't bag anyone over 30.
Well, it was funny when Rachel Zoe was like, oh, somebody tried to set me and Mauricio up in Aspen. And me and Rebecca, we were like, girl, you're too old for Mauricio. Like, look, you're beautiful, but Mauricio wouldn't even give you the time of day. Like,
Courtney and I said the exact same thing. So good. So good. But I'm looking forward to a good season with Beverly Hills.
Where do you think Erica Jane goes from this point? Because I will say I'm tentatively excited to see her date because she always talks about like, I'm having so much sex. It's crazy. But we've never seen even a shadowy figure outside of her doorway. So like, I want to see what that's like.
I have been saying this for years that I feel like she'd be like really timid with the guy and I want to see it in person. Like she's all talk. So I've been saying for years, I want to see her actually date someone and it feels like we are going to get that. What do you think ever happened with her and Jesse?
That's the other thing. They bring up the Jesse Solomon rumor, you guys. And
so
she's
Courtney is always like, no, nothing happened. I think something happened.
Well, listen, like, this is so wild. Like, she has, like, a little bit of an interesting thing, like a crossover with did she hook up with Jesse Solomon in New York? And she kind of brushes it off of, like, I'll tell you what, it was sexier what I did last night with her guy. Right. You know, I'm like, I don't care about what you did last night. What did you do with Jesse? Like, did he do anything with your feet or his feet? Like, anything. And I don't think anything happened, but I think she plays coy. I was talking about this on the Salt Lake City reunion. You know who I think really gets down is Heather Gay. Like, I think Heather Gay is what Erica Jane acts like she is, but Heather Gay also, it's very hidden in a sense, but I think Heather Gay throws down because I was reminded of the first season. I was... Sorry. We paused, you guys. We were talking about something else, but I was saying that Heather Gay reminds me of the first season when she was over at Jen Shah's party, and remember she took a guy home.
Yes. So I want to see her on Love Hotel. Who's your ideal?
Exactly.
Okay, I actually think that Lou is going to be the host of Love Hotel. Or she's been kind of teasing stuff like I don't think Legacy is going to happen. I think she's going to be the host of Love Hotel.
That would actually be real. That would actually be really fitting.
And give flirting techniques.
Yeah, I would completely be down for that. I want to see Heather Gay. I want to see Lindsay Hubbard. I
said Sierra. Yeah.
Sierra would be too good for that show almost, I think. Like, I think you need, well, I mean, she would be that one that would be everybody would want, I think. But I would love, even though she's not my favorite, I think Lala Kent would be interesting. Mm-hmm. I think, well, if Stacey wasn't with Tiamo, her ex-husband, Timo, so it's a Timo, I would love to see Stacey. I mean, there are so many options you could like, and I feel like you need to bring back Shannon Bedore every season.
Shannon Bedore, Dorit would be fantastic on it.
See, that's like, is Dorit going to date this season on Beverly Hills?
Like Sutton would be great on it as well.
Sutton would be in that Shannon Bedore role, like completely.
Yes. There's a lot of options. Would you watch a male version? Like having like Tom Schwartz, Shep, Carl. Would you watch?
I feel like that was like Winter House for all intents and purposes. Like, I feel like yes, of course I would watch it. I'll watch anything. But I think it would almost get a little skeevy and lascivious in ways that the female Love Hotel, like, I think it'll probably happen at some point, but I don't know.
But I think it would be great television. People, like a Carl.
Oh, yeah. Carl's very, when he was with the Lemur girl, that was like really awkward when she brought him the lemon and stuff. Like, I would love to see more. He's very sincere and endearing in that sense. So, I mean, I would be down for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really curious. Obviously, there was rumors that Portia was going to be on Love Hotel, but she just like hard launched her new girlfriend. So
Yeah.
that's not going to
Yeah.
happen. But I feel like they'll start filming that in like August. So we're going to hopefully hear something soon.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely going to come back. They did a whole panel on it at BravoCon, so I imagine it will definitely come back. So Beverly Hills going on all cylinders. Salt Lake City, we got the news today, and I wanted to, you probably already talked about this on Two Judgy Girls, but they're filming the reunion as we speak right now, and this is the lineup. Andy in the middle, Bronwyn on one side, Lisa on the other, and then on Bronwyn's row, you got Heather Gay, Angie, and Brittany. On Lisa's row, you got Meredith, Mary, and Whitney. What did you, like, I don't know how much, I don't know if these lineups really even matter anymore in terms of seating placement.
I agree with you because I think it's interesting. Like Angie and Mary are on opposite sides. Same with Bad Weather on opposite sides.
Yeah.
I think Whitney being at the end makes sense. I'm curious if Brittany will be, and she's on the other end, will be out the entire time. I love that, like Heather Gay, to me, I'm so hardcore into Lisa Barlow. Like, I feel
You
like
guys are
Heather,
paid. I always tease you guys. You're paid by Big Barlow. It's like Big Pharma, but it's
I
Barlow.
will say there's no way she owns a horse. I'll give people
Okay, that
that.
was my thing. Is like I said, I'm so confused by Lisa's finances, and like I don't really do. I mean, I've dug a little bit, but not something. I'm not on Reddit or anything like that. But then the horse thing, where I was like, wait a sec, is she like secretly like a billionaire? Like I was like, because horses, they're like $250,000 at least.
Like, I mean, Sutton has Santos.
But I believe Sutton can pay for Santos.
No, total. I think like Teddy Mellencamp, I think they actually like rent the horses. Her dad was like freaking John Cougar Mellencamp. You know what I mean? Like she doesn't even own the horse. You think Lisa Barlow owns a horse? She doesn't own a horse. But I feel like she got really nervous in the moment and it just like kind of came out and was like, I own horses. And then she's like, I just have
maybe I'll get two, one for
like,
home and
I
one
have
for
to
work.
just keep up with the lie, you know?
But it is like they're so true. If Lisa Barlow had a horse, I would expect pictures of Lisa with the horse. And so now I feel like she's almost pressured to go find a horse this week and buy it before Christmas.
I literally was like, before the reunion, she has to put 10% down.
Oh my God.
Wait,
what if Lisa enters the reunion on a horse?
Courtney said that. Like Beyonce style.
I'm the third judgy girl, you guys. That's what I've been.
You really are.
Exactly. But no, I'm really. This season, like I think the pinnacle really was that 3-part Below Deck thing. And I think coming off of that, it's been great, but it's been a little weird, the re-entry of watching them do separate scenes with like their families. And like, it's not the same magnetic energy that those 3-episode arc. It's not bad, but it's just so different.
I'm over the plane. I think it's really
like if you
weird.
don't have footage, I want to stop hearing about it.
Exactly. Something happened on that plane, not to the extent that they've said they hate Lisa Barlow so much that they're willing to take like Meredith down with her because they have an alliance. And Whitney looked like a fool this week, calling her a pill popper, alcoholic, even if it was true.
Well,
you know what I mean?
but see, I always say this show is tiptoed around Meredith having some sort of issue for years now. Mm-hmm. And finally, Whitney was like, you're a pill popper alcoholic. And I was like, well, wow, you really ripped the Band-Aid off. But I keep thinking about, I tell the audience that one moment last season when Brittany was like, Meredith was like throwing up and crying in the bathroom last night. And Meredith's like, no, I wasn't. No. And she was like, and I'm like, well, what is going on? Like, I don't think she's a full, like, blown drug addict, but what is happening? Because there are all of these stories and Meredith will be like, that's not what happened. Like, I do want somebody to tell me what the truth is. Like, I don't like these mysteries. And at the same time, I get what you're saying. Like, they do team up against people, but I think this is a bridge too far. Like, unless they have real information, like, I don't like the way Whitney handled it, but there's got to be something. There's got to be something that leads. I just don't think you throw that out unless you have information.
There's definitely something there.
Yeah.
But I think it's disgusting that she would like openly say that, and everyone takes Whitney's a joke. Like like she's a joke. Like she could be on Mom Talk. You know what I mean?
She wished by the Mom Talk she'd probably make more money. Like, and Justin destroyed her $1 billion business.
Billion? You'd be lucky to get $1 million.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I was like, did you really talk to somebody at Sephora, or was that like a cashier? Like,
Right. I mean, Whitney is comedic relief to me, and I love just listening to her talk because She has just done her Helen journey.
Yeah. It's crazy. I'm so mad at Bronwyn for talking about what I said about Meredith.
I'm obsessed with Bronwyn. I feel like her story with her mother this week. I love Muzzy now.
Oh,
Like,
I'm on the Muzzy has had the quickest reversal of how she entered to how she is now. Where Muzzy really, to me, and like in a more serious moment when they were talking about the pride flags and Bronwyn saying we have differing beliefs, but Muzzy was like, but I want to help you and I want to do what's right. And I was like, this to me is where politics should be, of just like, that's what it is. We have differing beliefs, but Muzzy is actually listening to what her daughter is saying, and it makes sense to Muzzy, and so Muzzy is going to help. And I'm like, that to me is like, oh wow, there can be growth within, like
totally.
That to me really impressed me. I mean, I still think that Muzzy and Todd are the same person. I think they're dressing up as each other because they have the same voice.
And Reba's also that person as well, Sutton's mother.
Oh, yeah. If we could get Reba and Muzzy in a room, we could power like a small city. Like, could you imagine them And that would be a great show. We just like a supermarket showdown, but we just put things that are like, unmade beds or something that they can bitch about. I'm like, this is crazy. You didn't crease these sheets at all.
No, they are both scary women, powerful women, but I've grown to love them, you know?
Well, because I mean, I think I think the show is pretty good at like showing a if they're gonna not hang you out to dry, show your personality. They'll usually try to back it up with something positive. The only one I can't figure. Well, but with Todd, I can't figure like where I love Bronwyn so much that I know it's not just that she married this man for money, or at least I never want to believe that. But the cameras have not been able to capture why this all works for them.
Well, she chooses to be married to Todd. Oh, is it Stockholm Syndrome?
Well, he doesn't seem forceful enough, or like, it doesn't seem like Keith Raniere from Nixium or something. He's not like out there, like, it doesn't seem like a cult leader, but it seems, I don't see the grip. I'm so confused. And also, that's another mystery. Are we ever going to find out, like, was he farting and making out with Lisa Barlow's friend?
1,000%. 1,000%. Because that's why she's literally like, I will have an open relationship with you. If you want to go farting around and making out, I'll do the same. Like, I just need the okay. Because
I'm so scared that that Justin's gonna have sex with Bronwyn next year. Like, because like she had that conversation with Whitney. She was like, let's do it,
Oh, they're really getting into mom talk over there.
Could you imagine the Todd father making out with Whitney?
No,
she's like,
she would never.
You didn't fart at all. This is crazy.
Whitney would never. Bronwyn and Justin, I don't know. That never even crossed my mind.
I'm sorry. Yeah,
you're making me think dirty things.
I'm horrible. I'm a horrible person. Like, no, but they did have a conversation about like opening marriages up and stuff like that. So you never know.
Swingers party. She does have the pole.
Yeah, she has the pole. What if Bronwyn inserts a pole into her crazy living room?
Stop. It would match.
And Muzzy's like, why do we have a silver pole in the middle of the room? Yeah.
What's this for?
Wait, so you don't think, like, are we ever, like, the reunions today? So, like, are they saving some kind of plain footage for the end? Which I'm like, if they keep doing the storyline, they've got to have some sort of end to it, because I feel like it's dragging down the season. And then also next week, they're in Greece. Are we going to... Like, we see that scene of Whitney telling Meredith once again that she's in, like, active addiction right now. And so they've got to have ways to wrap this stuff up. And do you think Andy's going to ask them all about Jen Shah's release on December 10th?
Well, I feel like he's very much shot down that she's not going to come back. I think they'll touch on it, like...
I just think they'll get the first reactions, because we really haven't heard the ladies talk about her being released. So I think Andy's saving that for the reunion.
Right. But we're not, I mean, when they're taping the reunion, she's not going to be released yet. So
no, she's not going to be released, but she'll get the first reactions of like, what do you think about Jen Shah getting released?
Right.
And will you be communicating with her after December 10th?
Yeah. I think everyone will say no.
Well, the person that says yes, Andy's like, here's your papers. Get the F out. You're out.
Right. I think I love that he has said, like, absolutely not. She's not coming back. I thought it was crazy at BravoCon that people did a standing ovation for
For
Karen
Karen
Huger.
Huger.
I sat. I was like,
Well, I was like
absolutely.
in the row across from you guys, and I was so tired at that point too, where I was like, because there was a couple standing moments, and I was like, I really just want to sit, but then everybody was standing, so I was like, oh, I guess I got to get up, and
I didn't. I didn't.
it reminded me of
Especially
like
for
Gloria Estefan after she broke her back in like the 90s, and then she came out at like the People's Choice Awards, and everybody gave her a standing ovation. I was like, and then I was like, oh, you're just too tired. This isn't like this triumphant moment. She just got out of prison for a DUI.
literally that she tried to get out of, and we saw the footage. Like, it's
Yeah.
so embarrassing. I'm mad that Andy's doing a sit down with her, to be honest.
Well, I mean, no, I think I do. I am curious about that sit down, and like we have a couple more minutes, but like Potomac, really quick. Potomac always, I hate it because I don't do recaps of Potomac, even though I do watch it every week.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a really good season. I think it's like a solid. It reminds me a little bit of like I thought Miami was a solid season. I think Potomac was a solid season. What do you think?
Controversial take, get rid of Giselle. I don't think she has any more story to tell. I love Tia. I think she has brought it. Stacy is a fucking queen. Like,
But she's unruly. The fact that she was able to fight her way back from that TJ stuff, and then like all the ladies totally don't trust her, and yet she still rises. She's there every scene. Like I've never seen somebody be able to like keep their head down and keep going.
Oh, she's confident. She will rise. Like, she's not going to let these girls bother. You know what I mean? Like, they are trying to do anything. Like, Giselle says this week, she shouldn't be around your husbands or your kids. Like, that is very upsetting. Kids? Why did she say the kid part? I thought that was so strange. But to me, Giselle has to go. The story's been told. Your own partner that was on the TV show won't even come anymore. Like,
well, they're not going to do that because Giselle's the reliable narrator. In Bravo's opinion, or the
reliable?
opinion,
she lied about Jamal.
But listen, she is like managed to be in that. There's always like she's the Heather Gay of Potomac in a sense.
I agree with that.
Like Heather Gay, to me, and this is controversial. I'm like, get rid of Heather. I don't need to see mattresses. Like we had a whole storyline about your 20-year-old marital mattress, and then we're like sending your daughter to college, which is great. Which, by the way, I feel like that's not even that girl's room. Did you see that bed? There was no side, like on either side of it. There's no curtains on the windows. Like what bedroom is this?
That's a good point, especially because she just. Also, why would you like upgrade your house when all your kids are leaving?
Because our friends at Wayfair gave us this amazing desk furniture. Yeah.
But it is kind of funny to think like she got this big, new, beautiful house and her kids are gone.
I know.
Like, to me, if my kids are gone, like I would want to like downgrade, make my life simple, travel.
Well, and it's such a like an interesting looking home that you would like get a nice small modern home that looks like,
exactly.
You know.
Yep.
I don't know. Heather's interesting because I'm like, she's really good in certain situations. I know Bravo and NBC love her.
They adore her. I mean, she's going to have the Peacock thing on Sunday.
Oh, yeah. She's doing the football thing on Sunday.
She will be at Love Hotel. They do absolutely love her. She has the Mormon special. Have you watched any of that yet?
No, it's on my list. Like I have a list of shows, but I heard, like I love stuff like that. So I'm down to watch that, but it's just like Heather's making moves, and Meredith Marks is the one I think I'm worried that she's on the bubble next season, even though I don't want her to go anywhere.
They have to keep the cast as is. And
something happened. Why are we not getting any Meredith Marks family scenes?
I think people aren't into Seth. And
what are you talking about? I'm a sexy guy. I love to take baths. Yeah.
Well, maybe because they got too much of him on Next Gen.
I don't know. I don't want them to change at all. I think there's like these last two seasons have been so fun and so great to watch that I'm like, how do you make it work continuing on? Like at some point it's going to cease to be.
Salt Lake City cannot be touched. Do not touch it. Leave it as is. Brittany deserves a snowflake.
Yeah, Brittany at this point, they're giving her more screen time than Lisa and Meredith combined. So I don't know why she's a friend of.
Why did she share the Olivia story? It just makes her look bad.
I don't know why she stares.
She'll do anything for fame.
Oh my God. Courtney was so mad at me at BravoCon because I made her take a picture with Jared Osmond with me. And she was like, oh, do you really want to? And I'm like, yeah, I do really want to. And.
Wait, I don't think I saw that photo.
I'll tag you in it after this, or not. I'll put your name on it. It's ridiculous. It's like Sunday. I'm like dead. You can tell I'm dead tired, but I'm like really high. And Jared's like, "How you guys doing? Are you enjoying your BravoCon? Are you enjoying it?" He's like, "We like to do this for the fans and stuff." And I was
like, you're the most hated man on Bravo. She literally said on Watch What Happens Live this week that it's the love of her life. I'm like, Brittany.
She's never going to change. I just hope it doesn't screw with her daughters. And we didn't even get to talk about Southern Charm, you guys, but our time is up.
We can hit on.
Okay, Southern Charm really quickly. First off, just my impression, need those Shep oil paintings that are in his dad's garage, the storage facility. What a beautiful vacant. That's the stuff you find in Epstein's Island, those kind of paintings.
Also, those paintings, they're literally the same thing, but I'm like,
just in different clothes.
Yes. I'm like, is this sophomore year of high school and then junior year? Like, what's going on?
Hey, Shep, come out to the woods and give that vacant, scared look that you give. Yeah.
I think he's aged out.
Oh, that's what I said last week. I said, it is so sad to be like, when you go back and watch old clips, you're like, oh, I get it with Shep. Like, I completely get it.
Oh, I had the biggest crush on him.
All of the girls make fun of him behind his back, and even the guys. And so I know I should never feel bad for Shep, but you can even tell Shep is wrestling with that, of like, Craig's into Charlie. Oh, I'm out then.
Right. I could also see him moving on from the show after this year, to be honest. Like, he doesn't need the show, though. Like, Craig needs the show. He needs the show to sell the pillows. Shep has money. I honestly feel like he has been a great reality star and withheld the time because he doesn't rely on the show. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think a lot of
housewives,
money. They stay on for too long because they need the job and they rely on the show and they give up like their full-time job, because this becomes their full-time job.
Well, yeah, that's my least favorite thing is having to worry where housewives or reality stars are going to get their money after the show. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't want to have to worry about your well-being. Like, I sit there and like stress out about Brandi Glanville. Like, I'm just like, oh, how do we do this? Like, oh, I don't want her to do any more interviews. You're like, stop messing with your face. Like, just stop it. Yeah. And I get nervous. But Shep, we don't have to worry about. So he's taken care of. He's moving into a new house. Where do you think Craig is in terms of like, if there was a contest and there isn't, I mean, obviously it seems like Paige might have came out on top just for the fact that she doesn't have to put any personal feelings out on Summer House this season. And he does.
Right. I feel like we have been Team Paige. And because of that, Craig has actually blocked us.
Craig blocked you guys.
Craig blocked us. He was our March Madness winner last year.
Wow. I finally got unblocked by Craig last year.
Oh, lucky.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've been a Team Paige stance. I mean, I think he's a lost boy and he romanticizes the situation.
Rufio! Yeah. He dressed up as a lost boy, yeah.
He really is. And like, he's so in the idea of the white picket fence and the kids and this like living a life married. He's so obsessed with it. But he's also like a chameleon person, like morphs into someone based on who he's dating at the time. But I hope he finds happiness. It doesn't seem like it feels like he's single right now. He's having a good time.
That scene with Charlie where he's at the art studio, he's like, do you have a painting with a big tiger or a polar bear? I'm like, what are you, Mr. Beast? Like,
yeah.
He goes, do you guys sell those? I was like, why aren't you just get a poster of Farrah Fawcett, you nerd? Like, what are you talking about?
He's such an interesting, quirky guy.
Well, and then, like, I want to interview that assistant of Craig's. Like, that assistant has seen some stuff. Like, I have a feeling Jack has, like, had to give him a lot of hugs. Like, Craig's, like, bald to, like, this man,
Oh, 1,000%. Jack could tell us some stories. But if Craig was smart, which he had Paige probably, that man has signed an NDA.
I would love access to Craig's phone just to see, like, how many times he's, like, maybe drunkenly tried to text Paige. Like, hey, I miss you. I just miss our friendship. Like, just like, I know Paige has never done it, but I just have a feeling Craig might have accidentally and then waking up and being like, oh, Jack, what did I do? Text her and say you did it. You had Craig's phone.
You're totally right. Or like there's like 10 missed FaceTimes from him when you wake up in the morning. You're like, oh, Craig drank again. Yeah.
If that's why it's good FaceTime, you can't leave voicemails because it'd be like,
You can now.
oh,
You can have video messages. It's scary.
hey, I'm a little pruny because I've been in the hot tub for 7 hours. I miss you. Miss you, bud. Like, can we just be friends? Like, I just miss you. Like, we talked about pop culture and stuff.
How's Daphne? He's like, don't get a cat. That's
I was getting that stupid Austin a cat. He can't handle it like you could. I love you so much. How's Hannah? Is Hannah cool? Yeah. So, okay. So Two Judgy Girls, Patreon now. What do you cover on the Patreon?
The Patreon is our video component, and we're kind of just saying things that we like this week, things that we don't like this week. It's an extra pod, and then you can always find us on Spotify, Apple, wherever you get
all
your
that stuff,
podcasts.
and rate it 5 stars, even though you're like, oh, they're huge, they don't need it. Always rate your favorite podcast or even podcasts you're giving out a try 5 stars because it helps in the placement, you guys, so other people can discover the show. I think it really, really helps, and it's free. You don't have to pay anything for that. So Two Judgy Girls taking over on 2026. Did you get as overwhelmed as I did yesterday with those Spotify messages of people like, oh, you're like in my top 5 podcasts, or like that was very like sweet. At first it was like so cool, but then I got like it was like, I don't deserve this.
Take it all in. I think it's been a great year for all Bravo podcasts, and I'm excited for 2026. And thank you for having me on, Ryan.
Oh, real quick, what does on the mound mean? Courtney wanted me to ask you about that.
That's a long story.
Okay. Next time, will you come back, Mary? When your child's grown, will you come?
So long, but I will.
No, I'm so happy. This feels like just hanging out, which I'm so appreciative of. So thank you.
I want to come back. I'm going to interview you when you have the baby. That will be a perfect one.
If you see me on the street, kill me. Just kill me. I'm so excited. Thank you, guys. This was obviously Mary, Two Judgy Girls, and we will talk to you in a couple years, Mary.
Okay. Thanks so much.